Hare Krishna. So Krishna is describing that how should a person leave the body, especially a yogi, the ones who are practicing Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga, how should they leave the body so that they never return back to this material world? So let's continue the same theme in shloka number 24. So Krishna is saying here, Agnir Jyotir Aha Shuklaha Shanmasa Uttarayanam Tatra Prayata Gachanti Brahma Brahma Vidojanaha. So here Krishna is saying that Brahma Vidojanaha, those people who know Brahma, the Supreme Brahman, Gachanti Brahma, such people attain the Supreme. Tatra Prayata, by passing away in a specific condition. Now what is that condition? Krishna is saying here. Agnir Jyotir Ahaha Shuklaha. So by the influence of, or during the influence of Agnir, the fiery god, Jyotir, in the light, Ahaha, in the auspicious moment of the day, Shuklaha, during the fortnight of the waxing moon, Shanmasa Uttarayanam, during the 6 months when the sun travels in north. So if in this condition, if someone leaves the body, what happens? He attains the Supreme. Now this is a very nice shloka to understand, and lots of technical stuff is also there here to understand. So let's begin now. When fire, light, day and the fortnight of the moon are mentioned, it is to be understood that over all of them there are various preceding deities who make arrangements for the passage of the soul. So when the person dies, there are lots of things happening in the background. Here we see the person dying and we say the person has passed away peacefully. But then there is lots of chaos in the background. So what is the chaos? So here the person is taken from one deity to another and to another, finally reaching to the Brahma Jyoti. So here when it said Agnihi and Jyotihi, that is fire and light, both of them they actually represent the deity of light. So the person will be first going to the deity of light, and from there Ahaha, the deity of day, then Shuklaha, the deity of white fortnight, and then Shanmasa Uttarayanam. So Shanmasa Uttarayanam is the deity of waxing fortnight, and from there the deity of 6 months leading to the summer solstice. Now here it's very nice to understand that the person is taken from one deity to another, and finally the person is taken to Brahma Jyoti. So here it is said that at the time of death, the mind carries one on the path to a new life. If one leaves the body at the time designated above, either accidentally or by an arrangement, it is possible for him to attain the impersonal Brahma Jyoti. So let's try to understand here, we are not talking about attaining Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We are talking about those yogis who are aspiring to attain Brahma Jyoti, the primary realization of the absolute truth. Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. So they want to attain Brahman, the Brahma Jyoti. So suppose in this particular time that is mentioned here, if someone leaves the body by practice, by some arrangement or accidentally, still the person will attain Brahma Jyoti. This is what is given here. And it continues saying the mystics who are advanced in yoga practice can arrange the time and place to leave the body. So there are some mystics who have practiced throughout the life to a very, very great extent with lot of hard work and lots of strictness. What happens? They get some mystical power by which they can leave the body by themselves. That is called as Ichha Mrityu. They can give up the life air by their own decision and their own desire. So such mystics who are there, they choose the day and time. So they will choose this auspicious time and they will leave the body. And then it is said, others have no control. If by accident they leave at an auspicious moment, then they will not return to the cycle of birth and death. But otherwise, there is every possibility that they will have to return. Now, mystics have control, but what about common people like us? We have no control. We have no control even when it comes to attending nature's call. Forget about leaving the body. So, what about us? What will happen to us here when it comes to in this particular case? The person has to return back. whatever it is, the person has to return back. So it's a very important point to understand that the ones who are mystic, the ones who have control over their life air, they will decide the day and time. But common people cannot. So what is the hope for common people to go back home back to Godhead? Here it is given. However, for the pure devotee in Krishna consciousness, there is no fear of returning whether he leaves the body at an auspicious or inauspicious moment by accident or arrangement. So for common people, the only hope is to become a pure devotee. We cannot become a mystic. How much we will work hard and how much we strictly will follow things, very difficult to become a mystic and to get that control over life air. It's almost like we have to pull the life air up and then finally give up the life air at an auspicious moment. So all this circus, common people cannot do. But common people like you and me, we can aspire to become pure devotees. Pure devotees of Lord Krishna who are always attached to the lotus feet of Krishna, all the time chanting the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So if we are accustomed to do this, while doing any activity, our tongue should keep vibrating the Mahamantra. Even if we are not paying attention, still the tongue should keep vibrating the Mahamantra. It's a practice that we are doing. And by the mercy of the Lord, if we are very sincere and serious throughout our life, He will give His remembrance at the time of death. In fact, He'll personally come and He'll pick us up and take us back home, back to Godhead. So auspicious, inauspicious and all doesn't matter for a devotee. In fact, in Krishna Leela we see, when Krishna appeared, it was Ashtami. And where did Krishna appear? He appeared in the jail. And it is described that that particular muhurta that was there, the star, the nakshatras and the planets, they were not in a proper position. But as soon as Lord Krishna appeared in the jail, or was about to appear, all the nakshatras and planets, they arranged themselves for the most auspicious moment. So, the muhurta, which was not very proper, which was inauspicious, just by Krishna's arrival, that particular muhurta or that particular time became very, very auspicious. So, it's a learning for all of us that if we invite Krishna to our life, invite Krishna in our hearts, even if the moment when we are about to leave the body might be inauspicious on materially, but Krishna, if He appears in our heart, if we chant the holy name of the Lord, that inauspicious time will also become very, very auspicious. And in that auspicious moment when we leave the body, we'll go back home, back to Godhead. But the catch here is sincerity and seriousness and all the time practicing to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So devotees have no tension. Devotees are very bold. Krishna will take care. I am just supposed to practice bhakti. So finally, after speaking about how a person will not return, now Krishna is going to speak about in what muhurta or in what time if the person leaves the body will return back to this material world. So let's see that in the next shloka. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.